At the 2021 legislature, one of the biggest issues facing the state is flying under the radar, but that does not mean Montana lawmakers are ignoring it. That issue is the lack of affordable housing, as rent and home prices continue to spiral upward across much of the state, making it difficult for many to pay the bills. In the first of a two-part series, MTN's Mike Dennison takes a look at how lawmakers are trying to tackle the problem or not.
Kyla Tingdon and her husband Rolf recently bought a house in Bozeman, but it was affordable only because of inclusionary zoning, a local program that requires any new development to include some lower-cost homes.
Getting this house was life-changing for us. We were both able to really feel like we had stable ground to stand on in order to pursue our careers, lean into developing our lives here and becoming part of the community.
But Republicans at the 2021 legislature have passed a bill to end this type of zoning anywhere in Montana. Home builders say the zoning unfairly puts the onus on them to solve the housing crisis.
Inclusionary zoning in Bozeman, as it's written, forces me to raise prices on other homes to subsidize the house that is being classified as affordable. If we have an affordability issue, we need a community solution.
Yet cities, counties, and housing advocates say it's one tool they'd like to keep. Jeff Mihalik is the city manager for Bozeman, where the average home price is now topping $600,000.
We've actually been able to construct 27 homes. We've been actually used cash to incentivize the construction of another 30. It's been very effective for us.
In Whitefish, local business leaders led the effort to enact inclusionary zoning because they say the high cost of housing is making it hard to attract employees.
I don't think you would see legislation trying to block this type of program if they weren't afraid it would work here in Whitefish and be adopted by other communities.
Gartland says local officials are asking Republican Governor Gov Gianforte to veto the bill, which cleared the legislature on party line votes with Republicans in favor. Gianforte says only that he'll examine the bill once it reaches his desk. Republican lawmakers say zoning restrictions are part of the problem when it comes to the housing crisis.
What we've seen going on here lately is that control is getting more onerous, and we've been drawing back some of that local control just because it's not only delaying the process, it's adding cost to new construction.
Hertz sponsored a bill to ease local restrictions on accessory dwelling units, which are things like basement apartments. But that bill was killed last week after cities opposed it. Lawmakers also are considering two bills with new tax credits or low-interest loans to aid construction of housing projects for low and moderate income Montanans. Both bills await action in the Senate. Graff, the Bozeman builder, says the problem of affordable housing is complex and that a range of solutions should be looked at to increase the supply of all types of dwellings.
We do not have the supply to meet the demand at today's influx of people moving here. And so if we can increase our supply, I do believe that some economic terms will bring the prices down.
So what are these other proposals that could make it easier to build and help increase that supply? And will they really lead to more affordable housing? We look at those questions tomorrow. At the Capitol, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
Lawmakers return to the Capitol today after an Easter break and have just 5 weeks until the scheduled end of the session.